Welcome to another tutorial. Just recently I did a tutorial on making fake rocks out of paper mache, and then I needed to decorate my set with a whole bunch of plants, and so I made a whole bunch, and I decided that I would record the techniques that I used to make some of them. There were a fair number of them, and I've been developing a few, and so I thought I'd show you a few of the techniques so that you can make some too. Now the first thing you're going to need in every case is some paper, preferably photocopy paper, and we're going to paint it with some water-based paint. Now we're going to need two colors, should I say, usually depending on the kind of plant you're going to have. You can, because a leaf has a top and a bottom side of the plant. Have a darker colour on one side and a lighter colour on one side, depending on the kind of leaf that you want. The reason why we're going to have two sheets of paper, I'll show you just in a minute. Let that paper dry. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is cut all of the papers into little squares, like that half. Again, basically to the size of the leaves that you're going to want, and do that to both colours. The next thing I'm going to do is get a piece of wood and some wire, and I'm going to make like texture here. The shape the same as on your leaves. I'm going to get some glue, full strength this time. And with this wire, you're going to make like veins of the leaves. And then you compose it so that you've got something artistic, and then let it dry. Now while that thing is drying, you take one of your little pieces of paper, a brush and some white almost PVA glue, 50% water, and you paint that. Put one light colour for the top and one for the bottom. Oops, we've got two there. Now, the reason why we have two pieces is that now we can take our little texture thing and place the leaf onto it and then squish it down onto it while the paper and glue is damp, so that it takes the texture of your leaf, so that when it comes off, you notice it's going to have a nice texture. And when you cut your leaf shape, now it's a little tedious cutting them one by one, but a little of the variation is okay, and also if you try and cut them out individually it's a little bit difficult, but here we are. So when it dries and you bend it, it will take the shape of a leaf, and it's dark on one side, light on one, or whatever, depending on the kind of leaf you want. But that's a basic leaf for what we can do stuff with now. Right, the next step is to take a strip of paper that's painted the colour of a trunk, and a piece of wire that's going to give us strength. Take some PVA, almost white glue, whatever, vinyl acetate with a 50-50 mix of water to glue, just enough to glue paper. Put enough of that on to wet it. Then take the strip and your piece of wire and put it on an angle at the end here like that, and fold it over, and then start to roll it with your fingers so that it's going to roll up, and there you're going to have your stem, sticky stems. Then you get your cutters and cut off a strip, and that's going to be stems and sticks for your leaves. which is the next step. Then you're going to take a leaf, which is now looking nice and dry, and as it's dried it's gone sort of killed and warped like a leaf. There are probably several ways of doing this, but this is one way of attaching a stem to it. And tweak it close until it's glued on there. So after a while you've got all these leaves, and as they dry with the 2 layers of paper, it retains the texture of the leaf and also it curves around and looks quite reasonable. Now you need to start joining them together. So you can take one that's got a bit of a longer thing on here, apply a little bit of glue to the stem, but before you do that you want to get a piece of a strip of paper that's going to be the same color as your thing. Get your glue, paint it on, and then take that one that you've just glued. That's gluing it helps to stop it slipping around inside of this paper that I'm putting on now. Then apply, wrap it around, apply some more glue, and then as you go keep adding branches, or leaves should I say. And you can space those out as you feel your plant needs to, and in the order that they need to be as well. So eventually you get all of these together, and then you can bend them out and compose them. And you can take another one that you've made and you can also join that in as well. And now you have a few of those together, what you're going to do about the bottom of the trunk is you're going to make that a bit beefier, is get a piece of paper and just going to go around that, put some glue on, and then wrap that around a little bit, just higgledy-piggledy, and squish it in. And then take your other strip of other stuff and wrap that around it. And at the moment it is a little bit, what do you call it, floppy and weak, but you'll find that when it dries it will be quite stiff and trunk-like. You may want to put a few coats of that, but that's basically getting there. And so after you've composed your leaves a little bit by twisting them around and things, there's only one other thing that I can think of that can make it a little bit more realistic, is taking a little bit of varnish. If you take it and water it down a little bit and then paint on the leaves, which you could have done before you started to assemble your tree, then you'll find that it will give it, well, by the time it dries, it will give it a little bit of a shine so that your leaves are looking a little bit more realistic. And there you have it. One kind of plant, and I'll probably show you some more different kinds as I discover them and as I manage to do tutorials. Have fun.